Alright, now we're going to start while the front differential still draining. We're going to start trying to put all this plastic back on. Hopefully this will go together okay. I had this wire here for the seat belt pushed down and where it would stay out of the way. Alright, that went back down okay, and this tube right here, it's got a trough that it sits in. Just push it back in, that's your fuel line. So you're definitely going to want to make sure that's back in place. That went there, that went there. I'm just making sure everything's back to where it's supposed to go. If I remember correctly, I think that big piece of plastic had to go on first. It came off last. We'll go ahead and plug this seat belt back up, and then I'm going to make sure which piece goes on first. It's looking like I can go ahead and start putting this cover on where the seat belts are first, so that's what I'm going to go to doing. That maintenance kit that I got, and I'm pretty sure I got it from eBay, it came with some extra of these push pins, so that's a good thing, because you can't never have enough of them. Just trying to make sure I don't miss any. As far as I can tell, yep, there's one that goes right there. So this cover's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. Now, going to do the driver's side. Pull your seat belt up through the slot over here. It's got to go in under this piece of plastic on the side. 2 tabs. That looks like it. We got a Phillips screw here, or bolt. Tell you what, folks, I forgot to mention I put just a little dab of anti-seize on the spark plug yesterday. So I'm going to hit all these bolts with just a little anti-seize. A little bit goes a long way with this stuff. And maybe that'll keep from having problems in the future. You got it, why not use it, right? I'm not for sure if those go in before or after the other side. Put her shifter lever back in. Now we're going to the other side seat and under the seat cover. We did the passenger or the driver's side first. And you gotta get these tabs here. This cover goes in under this side cover. And there we have it. Well, I forgot one thing. I got ahead of myself, way ahead of myself. Keys off, keys out of the ignition. We got to unplug the ECM. This gray plug is something else. There we go. Setting the ECM aside for now. Now we're ready for this cover. Like I said, pull your seat belt through the slot. And put those tabs in under the side cover. And we got to get our wiring harness up in here. Okay, looks like we have that. Alright, I'm gonna put just a little hint of anti-seize on the ones that screw in. Just a little bit of extra effort might save some problems in the long run. That's what I'm looking at. This anti-seize will get all over you. Alright, now I'm going to just go to putting these push pins in. These ones over here in the very corner, I always have trouble getting this one in when I change the oil. There it went. Just takes a little extra patience, I guess. Best I can tell, that's got it. This passenger side has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Alright, and if you'll remember, we released that little tab for the wiring harness. We attached it right back in the hole now. Wipe this CCM off. Plug it back up. And then it just clips down. But there we go with that. This driver's side has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. On it. You put this driver's side on first and then the passenger side. Now we're gonna push it over and gently put these Phillips headed bolts in their place. Don't want to overdo it. All right, now we're ready for this main top cover right here. I hope I can get it on with that. With those others already on, I think I might have took that off last, but it appears that it would be easier to go on. This one would be easier to go on last. There we go. I think that's the way it goes. Then all we gotta do is knock those two down where it pushes in, and then install these push pins that came out of it. These are a different type. They just have a flush head. And they're actually different how they go in as well. You can tell the difference in them. These here are for that cover we're installing now. Uh-oh, folks, we ran into a little issue here already. I'm glad I only had one of those in when I caught it. This right here goes on top of this breather tube. I didn't have it on there, so try to do that before you snap everything in place. That may be easier said than done. I know I took it off. Let me go to the back. There we go. You got to get kind of rough with that one. Had to pull it pretty hard to get it up on there. But it's on there. Now we're ready to install these. There's 4 of those. All right. I think I'm ready to, I used some of those new ones as the reason I got some extras. That came in the maintenance kit. I think we're ready to pull our factory Honda rear window, whatever you want to call it. You know, I can't even remember how that went. All right, I figured it out. This extra padding goes behind this seat button, or whatever you want to call it, snap. And then the strap goes in under the main crowbar, the cross brace, and then comes up on both sides. You can see how I got it there. Now I think we're ready for the trigger shield. Now, if you all haven't heard of this shield, it's called the Trigger Sheild. There's a guy on Honda sidebyside.com forum. His handle screen name is Trigger, and he makes these, and he makes them out of a good rubber. They're not a cheap rubber like I made out of that windshield boot up here. He makes them out of a good rubber, good quality. And these things make a heck of a difference in sound and heat. You wouldn't think they do, but they do. The one I got, it was when the 520 just came out, and he only was making them for the 500. And the seat bracket's just a little bit different on the 520. So that's I had to trim it just a little bit to get it to fit. But for the most part, right here is what I had to trim. These brackets on the 520, I think, are a little wider. And I just trimmed it to where I could get it to go. And I still got to get this bolting up for this roll bar. Got one missing. I just noticed that while we were doing this. Now all I do is just roll this up. Back there, I think he kind of had in mind maybe for you to tie strap it with white cable ties, but I've had good luck out of it so far, just laying in here. I've got these nets because I got these doors on this thing, just laying back here. Looks like I might could have done a little bit better job on that trimming on this side. It'll finally form the way it needs to lay, but you'd be surprised of what a difference this thing makes on engine noise and heat. All right, we're gonna put the seat bottom in. Just put it up. Slide it forward. With this Trigger Sheild, it's a little trickier than without it, but this thing's worth it. There we go. There we go. Like I said, it is a little trickier with the Trigger Sheild. Alright, now for the seat back. I don't know why I struggle with these seats so much. There we go. There we go. All right, that's all done. Out of breath. All right, I'm gonna take a little break here, and then we'll go to working on the differential oil. All right, I've let the front differential drain for several hours, and put the drain plug back in, tightened it, and now I'm gonna start putting the gear oil back in it. I sprayed that fill cap off with the brake cleaner and wiped it off before I took the cap off. Keep contaminants out of it. And I'm using the Honda, it's called shaft drive oil. It come in the maintenance kit. And I'm just going to fill it until it starts running out. I don't know how much this front holds. I got 3 bottles of this Honda gear oil. They're 8 ounces each bottle. All right, I've had the rear differential draining while I've been filling the front one. Now I'm gonna put the drain plug back into the rear end, and we're going to fill the rear one with new oil. This drain plug's right under the bottom here. Don't want to over tighten that. 17mm takes these fill caps off. And I've took brake clean and sprayed around these and wiped around to keep the dirt, any dirt from falling down in them. So now we're gonna start filling with oil. I'm hoping this rear end don't take as much as the front, because there was only 3 bottles came with this maintenance kit, and I've used the majority of them up on the front end. And you just feel this till it starts running out. What's the way you do it. That's just from me pushing it in too fast. You gotta push it in slow or it'll run out, because it drains down in the differential slow. Alright, as you can see there, it's dripping out. So that's the rear end uses less, holds less gear oil than the front end. And there we go, that's the front and rear differential oil changed. All right, you all, I've got the second service completed, and I actually was trying to record video resetting it on the panel, but I forgot to hit record. Imagine that, right? But anyway, there's the clock, 1:13. Got 1,235 miles. Trip is 0 miles. I reset it. 256.7 hours on the motor. Got 600 miles to go before the next service, or 100 hours. And the way that you reset that service wrench up here, you know, mine already reset it, but it didn't record. If you want to reset that, is the way you do it is you have the key off and you hold this button, this reset button down while you turn the key on, and then that wrench will flash like 2 or 3 times, and then it resets. I did it earlier on and I thought I was recording, but I wasn't, so I'll try to do that again maybe the next time. But anyway, right here is the oil filter part number for a 2021 Pioneer 520. Right here is the part number for a 2021 Pioneer 520 air filter. There's the oil filter again. And here's the air filter. That kit that I got is well worth it. You know, it come with everything, and it was all genuine Honda stuff, except for maybe the push pins. I don't know for sure about that, but it doesn't matter. As long as the filter and you know, the oil and all that was genuine Honda's what I was looking for. Well, all right, that's another how-to with Charlie's Adventures. I hope everybody enjoyed the video, and remember, like and share and subscribe. You know, I've been down with my leg when I fractured my knee, my tibia and fibula. I've been down for almost a year, and well, next month will be a year. So I'm going to try to start doing some more videos, and they may be a little slow at first, but I'm going to try to do more and more and get better. Pretty much where I left off, I was starting to get the hang of it pretty good. Now it's like sort of starting over from scratch again. But anyway, everybody just bear with me, and we'll see you on the next one. Everybody be safe.